This is a WHAS 11 Storm Team Special Report.
I'm Beth Andrews. I want to update you on the weather situation we have here. Very difficult to see on the radar, but just moments ago, a very heavy thunderstorm, so you can see it popping up right there in downtown Louisville. Almost impossible to see, but you can see a little red around the dot where Louisville is. This thunderstorm is producing a tremendous amount of hail. It's about marble-sized hail, but it's almost completely coating the ground outside our station, and that's pretty much the case all around downtown Louisville. No warnings out at this time. This thunderstorm just popped up moments ago, but we're looking at it being a very heavy thunderstorm, lots of rain, but the big thing is the hail. It's about marble size, but it's completely coating the pavement outside the station. That's pretty much the case all through downtown Louisville, so I wanted to make you aware of that situation, as well as the severe thunderstorm warning still in effect for Breckinridge County, and this is also a hail-producing thunderstorm. If it's anything like the one that's hitting downtown Louisville right now, you can expect quite a large amount of hail from this thunderstorm. That's also going to be the case in these thunderstorms across southern Indiana. We've got some thunderstorms right now in Lawrence County, or there was one in Lawrence County that produced golf ball-size hail, and right now in Orange County and Washington County, Jackson County getting a little bit of a thunderstorm. No warnings up in southern Indiana at this time, but nevertheless some very heavy thunderstorms. But I want you to watch out for this one in downtown Louisville that's now just popping up. We'll be moving to the east, so should be moving through eastern Jefferson County. No warning out for it right now, but again, it's a tremendous hail producer, so I would recommend that if you have your car parked somewhere in eastern Jefferson County where you can move it indoors, you might want to do that because we're getting quite a bit of hail with it. Otherwise, the entire viewing area remains under a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock tonight, so we'll be keeping an eye on the weather for you through the afternoon and evening hours. I'm Beth Andrews.
This is a WHAS 11 Storm Team Special Report.
I'm Beth Andrews. We were just talking about this tremendous amount of hail in the downtown Louisville area. I do want to tell you that the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for the eastern part of Jefferson County as this area is expanding a bit and now moving to the east. And I can tell you if you're in St. Matthews, Middletown, anywhere out in the eastern part of the county, move your car now because it's only pea-sized to marble-sized hail, so it's not really big hail, but there's just a lot of it, so you don't want to get stuck out in that as it moves to the eastern part of Jefferson County. Also have a big hail-producing storm down here in Breckinridge County. This will be moving into southern Meade and Hardin County very shortly within the next couple of minutes, and this is also a pretty big hail producer as well, so I would expect there would be the possibility of a severe thunderstorm warning issued in the next few minutes for Hardin County and southern Meade County. Even if it's not, there's still going to be a very intense thunderstorm moving into your area very shortly. Otherwise, in southern Indiana, we also have had reports of hail, by the way, from the same storm in New Albany, and that's mostly, though, staying to the south of the river at this point. We also have storms just up to the north scattered actually throughout southern Indiana. Washington and Orange counties getting some pretty heavy thunderstorms right now. All that activity moving mostly off to the east with a little bit of a turn to the northeast, especially in southern Indiana, but these storms pretty much moving due east across the Ohio River. So we'll be keeping an eye on it for you through the afternoon. Everybody's under a severe thunderstorm watch until 9 o'clock. I'm Beth Andrews.
This is a WHAS 11 Storm Team Special Report.
I'm Reed Yadon. We want to bring you the latest information on some severe weather that has broken out in the immediate metro area. First of all, Jefferson County remains under a severe thunderstorm warning now till 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. That particular storm is moving into St. Matthews and Middletown right about now, about ready to move over into portions of Oldham County. So you folks in Oldham County should be on the alert too. Now, the newest warning that we have, the very latest warning that we have, is for eastern Breckinridge County, northern Hardin County, and southern Meade County. Here is this particular complex that we are watching now that has resulted in the latest warning being issued. This warning is in effect until 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time also. This particular storm will be tracking through Vine Grove very shortly. Also will be affecting the town of Flaherty and also much of the Fort Knox military reservation. Marble-sized hail was reported with this particular storm in Hardinsburg. So eastern Breckinridge County, northern Hardin County, and southern Meade County, severe thunderstorm warning now till 5 o'clock. Jefferson County, Kentucky, severe thunderstorm warning till 5 o'clock. Really the eastern part of the county affected by this particular storm that dropped pea to marble-sized hail when it moved rapidly through downtown Louisville. It's moving into eastern Jefferson County now, just beginning to move into Oldham County. We'll keep you informed. I'm Reed Yadon.
I'm Beth Andrews with the WHAS Storm Team. The National Weather Service has just issued a tornado warning for southern Hardin and LaRue counties. Radar shows a possible tornado 10 miles west of Elizabethtown. A Kentucky state trooper spotted a funnel cloud. The funnel cloud moving southeast at 30 miles an hour and will move just south of Elizabethtown by 5:15 and to near Hodgenville by 5:25. So here's the storm we're talking about, Hardin County and LaRue County, because the storm will be moving into your area. It's in the central part of Hardin County, just west of Elizabethtown, about 10 miles west of Elizabethtown, and it is moving to the east-southeast. So it is a tornado warning. A Kentucky state trooper said that he saw what he thought to be a funnel cloud, which is actually a tornado above the ground, showing rotation within those clouds. So there's a possibility that a tornado could drop from that. Thus, they're issuing the tornado warning. It is in effect until 5:30 for the next half hour for Hardin and for LaRue County as this storm is moving to the east. Also, Nelson County, you might be aware of the fact that you will be in the path of this storm if it continues to be as intense as it is right now. It will be moving into your area as well. So if you're in Hardin, LaRue County, and even Nelson County, I would take cover also in Nelson County. And taking cover, of course, means going to your basement, going into an interior room, getting down low. A bathroom is a great place to be. A bathtub, a great place to be. Put blankets and sheets over yourself, blankets and pillows over yourself, and do take those protective measures. If you're in a mobile home, leave the mobile home and seek shelter elsewhere. We'll have more on the severe weather in a few minutes. Jean?
All right, Beth, thank you. We'll be keeping track of the weather and other news to come. Your 5 o'clock news begins right now.
This is Kentuckiana's 24-hour news channel, WHAS 11. Live at 5 from the leader in television news, Gene West, Julie Koenig with On the Job, and Storm Team Weather with Chuck Taylor. This is Kentuckiana's news channel, WHAS 11.
Now, 3 months ago, our community watched hopelessly as the fire tore through the Rock Creek Riding Club, and we're going to tell you that they've rebuilt and are ready for a show. We'll have that for you in a second. But first, before we get to that, we need to update you on a tornado warning.
Yes.
Beth?
And just to repeat, we do have a tornado warning out for the next half hour, and it is for southern Hardin and LaRue counties. Let's go ahead and take a look at some video that we shot earlier of a storm moving through the downtown Louisville area, and this sucker just popped out of nowhere, and it contained some very large hail. So we were looking at that storm earlier today, and we're looking at the same storm now moving into Oldham County. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning that Reed just brought me, so let's go ahead and pop up Doppler radar now. These storms, of course, producing a lot of hail, which you just saw. We have a severe thunderstorm warning now for Bullitt County and southern Jefferson County, and this is this line of storms that's really forming pretty much. It started out to be a little more sporadic, and now it's forming in a line. And these storms are pretty intense. The freezing levels, there's a lot of cold air up aloft, and so that's why so much hail is able to be produced. These are tall storms and pretty powerful, and that's also why we have the tornado warning out right now for Hardin County and for LaRue County, specifically for southern Hardin County and northern LaRue County, because this possibly tornadic storm. A state trooper spotted a funnel cloud which was just west of Elizabethtown and moving to the east. So we're looking at that for Hardin County, LaRue County, and again Nelson County. You will be in line for that storm very shortly. So we'll be keeping you updated on severe weather throughout all the shows and bringing you any further warnings as they become available. In the meanwhile, I'll send it back to Jean.
We're going to go now to Beth Andrews, who has another weather update for us. Beth?
And I just want to keep you updated on the tornado warning that still remains in effect until 5:30 for Hardin and LaRue County. We talked to the Kentucky State Police. They're the ones that called in the possible movement in the clouds, the funnel cloud, and they said that that was what it was, a rotation of the clouds in the sky. They said they did not see a tornado touchdown at this point, but there still remains a warning in effect for the next half hour for Hardin County. And this is it started out just west of Elizabethtown and is moving to the southeast. So LaRue County will be included in this warning because it's moving in your direction if you live in LaRue County. Nelson County, again, you also want to be prepared because the same storm system will be moving into your county very shortly. Otherwise, we do still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Bullitt County and southern Jefferson County. Also heavy thunderstorms in Oldham and Henry County. This whole line very heavy, producing a lot of hail, and then a possibly tornadic storm in Hardin County moving into LaRue County. But again, we have We have not confirmed a touchdown at this point, but treat it as though it is one. It's always best to be safe, despite the fact state troopers say at this point they haven't spotted any tornado on the ground. But again, seek shelter and play it safe. Gene.
Kentuckiana's most trusted source for weather. Meteorologist Chuck Taylor, Ken Schultz, and Beth Andrews. The WHAS 11 Storm Team.
Looking at our Doppler radar, you can see a heavy thunderstorm down in Hardin moving into LaRue County, but I do have good news for you folks. They've just canceled the tornado warning, so the Weather Service feels there's no longer a threat of that, although there was a funnel cloud reported earlier. Do be aware, though, that this is a very strong storm. You are going to get a lot of hail, and we're seeing some high winds in this storm as well. So in southern Hardin and northern LaRue County and now moving into Nelson County, you have a very strong thunderstorm in your area, but the tornado warning has been canceled. So that is good news, definitely. The only warnings we have out right now, besides the fact that you do have, I would say, a severe thunderstorm. It's not an official warning, but I would say this classifies as a severe thunderstorm. It's very heavy. You also have a severe thunderstorm warning in Bullock County now. This thunderstorm is starting to move out of your area and also in the very eastern part of Jefferson County. So we're seeing some pretty heavy thunderstorms still in the area. Big hail producers. You can expect to see some large hail or a lot of small hail, which we saw earlier in Louisville. Looking at Nexrad Radar, you can see which way these storms are moving. They're moving mostly just to the east, and you can see this is the one that moved through Hardin County is now moving that we just saw on Doppler radar close up. But you can see there is also a second line that's forming behind this, so we could see some more thunderstorms developing across the area in the next few minutes, closing in on the metro area. Looking at the severe thunderstorm watch that we have in effect until 9 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, it pretty much does encompass the entire viewing area, all of southern Indiana and most of Kentucky. This is where the front is right now, and that's the good news. The storm is forming right ahead of this front. Once this pushes through, that second line that we just showed you on Nexrad, once that pushes through in the next hour or so in Louisville, and then a little longer than that in the parts east to us. But once that all pushes through, this cold front will be through, and we can expect some very pleasant weather in the next couple of days. We did collect some of this hail.
We were talking
earlier
about the hail that fell in the area here downtown. It was covered. I mean, you can see
it was covered. The pavement was covered.
Yeah, it looked like a snowfall.
Right.
And the minute the sun came out, it all melted. So we thought we'd say some hail. That's
right.
for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's not golf ball size, but it's still.
No, but there was a lot
ice.
of it. So if you're in one of those areas that's getting those thunderstorms, you can expect to see some hail. We have a lot of cold air aloft, and hail's easily produced in this kind of situation.
Okay, Beth, thanks. We'll be talking to you later. Well, here at the News Channel, we're all smiles after this weekend's Crusade for Children. The community worked tirelessly together and collected a record-setting donation for the crusade. And our Ann Doyle joins us now from what we call Studio H with the total. Ann?
Jean, I mean, you'd have to be having lived under a rock today not to have heard somebody saying, can you believe they raised $4.7 million on the crusade this year? Well, this is really the nerve center. This is where it all was. It's quiet right now as things are beginning to be broken down for the year. And up above me, you can see the tote board. Well, it's dark today, but you should have seen what it was like early this morning.
With a brand new, and this is a record total. Highest ever, right, buddy?
Highest by far.
Highest ever on the WHAS Crusade for Children, $4,723,998.
All right.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. My, oh my. So much work, so many firefighters, and so many people across Kentuckiana giving this year to make a difference for all the children of Kentuckiana. And you know, the person who's the executive director of the crusade, well, he tells us this is just a reflection of what the people who live here in Kentuckiana are all about.
I think it just goes to show us what a terrific community we do live in, for crying out loud. We had all kinds of makings for a disaster as far as the crusade was concerned. Of course, there were personal disasters out there, but just like people here have always done, they came through for the crusade.
Boy, did they ever come through for the crusade. And everybody here at the News Channel and at WHAS Radio wants to thank all of you at home who called in or dropped something into one of those firemen's boots along the way. Meantime, we're going to be bringing you a story in about 15 minutes at 5:30 about one of the fire departments that had a lot of help this year, and they needed it because of the special circumstances. So meantime, these are getting put away for the year, but remember, if you pledged, please send it in. P.O. Box 1100 40201. Back to you, Jean.
And I think we got a shot of the sunrise because they were here until the wee hours of the morning this morning, right?
3 a.m., Jean.
3 a.m. All right, thank you, Ann Doyle. And that's the address for you to send your donations to the WHAS Crusade for Children. And again, to our community, thank you very much. Coming up next on the news